Welcome to the Hollywood Raw YouTube page, guys. We're happy to have you here. Make sure you like, subscribe, leave us comments, do all the stuff.
What are you waiting for? Let's go. I got a drug addiction to feed.
Welcome to the Hollywood Raw podcast. I am Dax Holt, joined by my good buddy Adam Glyn out in New York. Sir, how you doing today?
I'm good, man. Good to be with you. Today we're going to do our weekly rundown. We do our top 10 stories of the week from Google. It's the top 10 celebrity news stories of the week. And we kind of break them down. So give it a little bit of knowledge before you go into the weekend. So you kind of know what you're talking about when it comes to pop culture. We want to fill you in.
You know what? And this has honestly turned out to be one of my favorite parts of the week because I don't know. Some of these stories I'm even kind of catching up on myself. Like I kind of heard them go by, but I didn't really investigate. And now I'm kind of sitting down to like figure out what they're about. And so
Just the story.
I'm even walking away feeling knowledgeable.
So let's get to it. Let's start with number 10.
Number 10. Oh, Adam, you are going to love this one. Alec Baldwin is going to be a father once again to baby number 7. 7.
That's a lot. That's a lot. I mean, in a New York City apartment as well. Like, I got to see their apartment. I want to see
It must
how
be huge.
it's got to be a massive apartment in New York City. They live in like a very, very, very nice area in New York City. So, but I can only imagine. I can't imagine what the size of this apartment is. How they have that much room.
Oh my god, I saw the worst joke today and I felt bad cuz it caught me off guard. There was a meme going around that had Alec Baldwin and it said apparently he never shoots blanks.
Ooh, ooh.
Bad joke, but at the same time I was like, "Oh, damn."
It's funny.
Brutal.
That's a tough joke, but I mean,
Funny on the kid's side, not funny on the other side. But I was like, "Shit, this guy though." Here's the thing. If I just don't like Alec Baldwin. That's the problem. Like, I don't like him. Do you like him?
I I've had my experiences with them. I've had some interesting experiences with them. I'm just afraid of him, so I'm not, and I see him more than you, so I won't say anything publicly about him.
All right, so the couple already has 6 children, 2 girls, 4 boys. They're ranging from the ages from 8 to 1, and then obviously he also has Ireland Baldwin, who's 26 years old, and that was with his former wife Kim Basinger. So, I mean, the man has a lot of children.
A
So,
lot of
all right,
kids. That's a
a
lot of
lot of
kids
kids.
and a lot of people in the New York City apartment. Obviously, he's been in the news in the past few months. I mean, I guess this is a good thing that's going on in his life compared to all the tough things that's going on in his life. So,
Yep.
congrats to the Baldwins. All right, number 9.
Congrats, I guess. All right, number 9. Ezra Miller, once again in trouble. Now there is a couple coming after him, hitting him up with a restraining order. I don't know what the hell's going on with this guy. He needs to get out of Hawaii. He's causing a lot of problems over there. First, it was with the incident at the Hawaiian karaoke bar over the weekend, where there were people coming up saying like, this guy is harassing people in the bar. Apparently, he didn't like the songs they were singing, and so he was. I guess there was disorderly conduct there. Did you hear about that story?
I did. Yeah, I actually think I obviously he needs some sort of help, but I do think he is so talented. He could have
Mhm.
one of those like Robert Downey Jr. backups. Like Robert Downey Jr. fell into some hard times, but I feel like if he could rebound from this, it could be a great comeback story.
Yeah. So okay. So first off, it's the karaoke bar incident. Then there's a couple that he's staying with at their home out in Hawaii, and apparently he met them at a farmer's market, and then started staying with them. I don't know. To me, that's very weird. You're a celebrity and you're just like meeting people at farmers markets and like staying with them. Like clearly there's something very off with him.
Yeah.
So this couple then bails him out on $500 bond. And then directly after that, he gets back to the couple's house and they allege that he barged in on them in their bedroom and started like calling them names and saying that what did he, let me find the exact quote. He said, "I will bury you and your slut wife." And so the couple freak out. They clearly get a restraining order, say that, he's rich and he's powerful, so he can buy weapons. And so the document also claimed that he stole some of their personal belongings, which was a social security card, a wallet, a passport, driver's license, and bank card. So I don't know what the hell is going on with Ezra Miller right now, but like you said, the guy's crazy talented. Like, get your shit
Yeah,
together,
that's a lot.
Ezra.
That's a crazy story. There's a lot there. Hopefully, what he's doing is not contagious. Because let's go on to another. I don't want to catch on. Whatever the fuck. Let's just keep going, dude. This is like
not
some of this.
not contagious.
Yeah, whatever's fucking on. All right, number 8.
Number 8. This is a crappy one, dude. Foo Fighters drummer Taylor Hawkins died at the age of 50 this week. This was wild. I mean,
This hurt.
when you think of huge rock stars that everyone loves, Taylor's name was in the top 5.
Such a nice dude. My experiences with him were always great. He was such a character. He was fun. He was cool. One day I was outside the Soho Grand and I ran into, he was hanging outside with him, Chad Smith, the drummer of the Chili Peppers, and I forgot the guy's name, who's the drummer of Rage Against the Machine. So it's like the 3 drummers of 3 iconic bands were hanging out. And they were super cool, great spirits. And I was like, guys, this is a really cool photo. Can I get a photo? And I have a great photo of me, Chad Smith, like the 4 of us standing
That's
there
dope.
in New York City in Soho. I mean, but such a nice guy, total rock star, because I don't feel like we
Yeah.
have rock stars anymore. And it's super sad.
It's horrible. He's like one of Dave Grohl's best friends. The band ended up releasing a statement just saying it was a tragic and untimely loss. I know that some of because they were down in Colombia, and their officials released a statement on Saturday, basically saying there was toxicology tests on the urine, and that the preliminary results were found that there were like 10 psychoactive substances and medications, including marijuana, opiates, all kinds of stuff in his system at the time, which is weird because I swear here in the US, it's weeks for toxicology. So how in Colombia are they like, oh, the dude's pumped up with all this stuff, when I swear here they never say what was in their system for weeks and
Yeah.
weeks, and they came out with it almost instantly.
Yeah. Sad story. Sad story.
Awful, dude.
Yeah, great drummer, great person. He'd always I remember he would always go on stage and sing Under Pressure with Dave Grohl. Like he would get away from the drums and he would sing. Super cool. All right, on to the next one.
Yeah, that one was really sad. Kim Kardashian doing a special talking all about her relationship with Kanye West. Not only that, Khloe talking about Tristan, and Courtney talking all about Travis. So ABC is doing this whole big press event for the release of their new Hulu show, and obviously it's called The Kardashians, and it's what's her name? Robin Roberts sitting down with them plus. Wow, I can't talk right now. There's so many K names in here that it's really hard to remember everyone's name. Them sitting, and she also sat down with Chris and just talked about everything. What I love about this interview, at least the teaser clip, because the full interview will be out on Wednesday night, April 6th. But Robin is asking them all the questions that we all want to know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that doesn't happen very often, right? Like, she's sitting there saying, where's your relationship with Tristan right now, Khloe? Like, what are you doing? Same with Kim, talking about the divorce and just getting into it all. So I don't know. Again, I'm a little burnt out with Kardashians, but
I'm not.
kind of makes me
Not
want to
now.
watch.
I think nobody knows this game better than them. They do it so well, and what better than to do this huge interview where all hands on deck to make it a Super Bowl type episode where you're getting you're talking about mainstream TV is like, yeah, we're not gonna put original programs on. We're gonna make it all about the Kardashians. I think this just shows you how powerful they are, and I'm very curious the numbers the next day.
Oh, well, one of the things that Robin said in this that little teaser clip, she's talking to Chris, and she says, so this family is now a multi-billion-dollar family. Are you the puppet master?
I mean, I think we all know the answer. I mean,
She is. She's absolutely the puppet master, right? I mean, they're all the most media savvy people I've ever seen, but Chris is the one juggling all of it. It's kind of amazing.
it's pretty quick,
All right.
pretty impressive. All right, what's next?
So April 6th, if you want to watch the Kardashians be the Kardashians, tune into ABC.
Okay,
Cool.
cool.
All right.
What else?
What number are we on? 6? Let's go with 6.
Okay.
I think we're on 6.
Okay.
Number 6. House of Dragon has an official release date. If you are a fan of Game of Thrones and you want to watch the prequel, House of Dragon, they have now officially said that what will it be the August 21st. I was like, I know I have it written down here somewhere, but HBO announced that the series will premiere on the network coming to HBO August 21st, and they've got a new logo, they've got all this kind of stuff, so they're posting all about it on social media. Obviously, Game of Thrones fans are rabid for this kind of stuff. Were you a Game of Thrones person?
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah,
I've never seen an episode.
me neither. We are a rare breed,
And I
dude.
don't have like the urge to watch it. I understand what people say. I didn't want to start it. I obviously the buzz got on like in like second season maybe or maybe even first season,
Mhm.
and then I was like behind. I was like, yeah, I don't need to catch up to it. I'm good. I just didn't have any interest. I don't care.
So I think I when everyone was going crazy, I remember I was like, let me try. I swear to God, I got 10 minutes into it and I was lost, and my wife didn't seem to be into it. So that's kind of where it ended for me. No joke.
Yeah.
And then over the years, it's like everyone keeps telling me how great it is. I haven't gone back. I got so many other series that I want to watch, things that I'm like truly interested in. Maybe one day I'll get back to it because of how great it sounds. Like I did this with Breaking Bad.
Yes, I
I
did
I
the
think I
thing.
got into Breaking Bad the final season after listening to everyone say how amazing it was, and then I watched it and I was like, why the hell did I wait so long to watch this show?
Yeah. I did the same thing Breaking Bad. I watched it during the pandemic. I think it was a good show, Breaking Bad, but I don't think it was
Oh,
as
dude, no, that was a freaking phenomenal show. You watch your tongue there, Adam.
have you seen The Dropout?
Yeah. No, 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 I haven't. No, I
It's
listened to the podcast to drop out. I'm
okay.
sorry, I listened to the podcast to drop out.
Dropout with Amanda Seyfried. Great show about the Theranos stuff. I don't know. There's been a lot of documentaries about Theranos, but I enjoyed it. I'm enjoying The Dropout. All right, what's next?
All right. Man, there's a lot of death this week. This is crappy. All right, coming in at number 5, Tom Parker from The Wanted, that British boy
Mhm.
band has passed away at
Ah,
the age
I did not know
of
about this.
33. You didn't know this?
No,
Shut up. You didn't
I
know?
had no idea.
So this news broke Wednesday, but he's been dealing with inoperable brain cancer, and I
Wow.
think they talked about that back in October of like 2020. His wife had kind of released that news. They announced it, and then she announced this week that he had passed away, and like broke my heart, man. Like the guy is so young. He's got young kids. Like, oh, just kill me. So sad.
Yeah, I did not know about that. That's super sad. I haven't heard that band's name in a while, but I remember them very well. And man, that's tough.
Yeah, so the statement that we went out is it said, "It is with the heaviest of hearts that we confirm Tom passed away peacefully earlier today with all of his family by his side. Our hearts are broken. Tom was the center of our world, and we can't imagine life without his infectious smile and energetic presence. We are truly thankful for the opportunity and outpouring. I'm sorry, we are thankful for the outpouring of love and support, and ask that we all unite to ensure Tom's light continues to shine for his beautiful children. Thank you to everyone who has supported and his care throughout. He fought until the very end. My forever. Oh, I'm like gonna cry. This is so sad, dude. This
All right,
sucks.
next one.
He's so young.
Terrible.
All right. Ooh, you're gonna like this one. Number 4 comes in as Jim Carrey is not happy with Will Smith.
All right, we're getting to the Will Smith stuff. Okay, yeah, I heard about this stuff. So explain it real quick.
So Jim Carrey is basically saying that Will Smith cracked under pressure. It's more than just an insult to someone's wife, and so he is looking at the full picture here. And they've been friends, right?
I'm sure they're both $20 million film guys. Like I'm sure they've crossed paths at some point.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so, he was just not happy. Basically, he said, "I see this as a larger issue. It's an issue of boundaries being broken, boundaries and allowances and permissiveness to certain behaviors." So, to me, I think he's saying like this is a big star, but he should not, absolutely not be able to walk up and slap someone across the face. It was just a selfish
So
moment.
he also said he was disgusted when the people gave him a standing ovation after he won his award, which I see his point, I see his anger, but he did say something that really, really kind of hit me. It hit me hard when he says,
What was that?
"We're not the cool kids anymore." After that moment, You know? Listen, so he
Yeah.
was right. He's like, yeah, you're not the cool kids anymore. When you do shit like this and you react like that, that's not cool. You're not the cool kids anymore. Like it's just corny. It's weak. It was terrible. Jim Carrey, props to him for taking.
Oh, and tell me about that. Sorry, I know we're going on there, but that reminded me of that comedy club that you sent me a picture of that
Oh,
has a new sign outside.
yeah. So all the comedy clubs right now in New York City and all over the world are really, even the Laugh Factory in LA is putting signs like pro comedy, never, respect comedy, and it's basically they're
What do
not
they say? Like
tolerating.
basically, don't pull a Will Smith.
Don't
Like,
pull a Will Smith. We're not. We will not tolerate any kind of heckling of any sort or any kind of physical violence.
yeah.
So I
That's a
mean,
smart move.
yeah,
I mean, I don't know if they're doing it for publicity, honestly, because they're putting it on the outside of their door, waiting for people like you and I to talk about it. But it's true. Like, don't get any ideas, hecklers, that you can just walk up on stage. Like, just because Will Smith does it, your ass will be grass. You know?
yeah. I love Jim Carrey. I give
Who
him a
the
lot of
fuck
props
says
for.
your ass will be grass?
I
I'm so sorry about that.
no, I give Jim Carrey a lot of props for saying that, which is a very strong stance, and he said very strong. He had a very strong opinion on it, and
Mhm.
not holding it back. But I agree with him. I agree with him.
And people don't like to go up against other actors, especially someone who just won an Oscar.
Sure.
Like Jim Carrey, like people don't want to say that. Even though they're thinking about it, there's probably dozens and dozens of celebs in Hollywood thinking the same thing as him, but they're worried that if they go up against Will Smith, the wrath of Will Smith will come after them. So
Yeah.
they keep their mouth shut.
Not
I
even
love
Will
that
Smith
Jim
will
was
come
like,
after
"No,
them.
fuck this. This is not right."
Not even Will Smith will come after him. It would hurt them getting future work in the industry. It would just be more of like someone they'll get banned. Someone won't want to work with them anymore. It's just not worth the risk rewards. Are not worth it. All right, next one.
Next one, number 3, Hayden Christensen back as Darth Vader. People are freaking out about this. Hayden will be back in the new Obi-Wan Kenobi show for Disney Plus. I feel like they're just pumping out content over at Disney Plus every single
Yeah,
day. There's a new show and good stuff too. Like amazing content. And no, we're not getting paid by Disney Plus, but damn, if you don't have Disney Plus, you are missing out. There's great
dude, they
stuff.
got great shows, and you're right. They just came out with that Oscar. What's his name? That actor show, Ghost Night or something like that. Like
Oh yeah, Moon
Moon
Knight.
Knight. Moon Knight. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
it looks great. The content they're putting out, Disney Plus is awesome. It's not for kids. It's like it's for everyone. It's
No, when they got Marvel on there, it was like that changed the game.
yeah,
I spend more time on Disney Plus watching just Marvel content than I think my kids do watching any Disney stuff.
great book though.
But
CEO of Disney.
what is it?
That's a good book. The guy who bought was it Bob Iger who just wrote a book for
Yeah,
Disney. Great book. Totally recommend that book.
he did a great interview.
Tim
Oh, who was
Ferriss.
that with?
Tim
We
Ferriss.
talked about this, I think. Tim Ferriss. Yes, Tim Ferriss. He did a great interview with Tim Ferriss. If you guys get a chance, you want to listen to a great podcast, go listen to Tim Ferriss interview with Bob Iger. But Hayden Christensen said it is a great honor to be putting on the Darth Vader suit once again for this new show. I think he's pretty excited. Ewan McGregor will be in it, returning as Obi-Wan Kenobi. So
Cool.
gonna be good.
I'm excited. They put out good content. All right, what's next?
All right. Number 2. Bruce Willis is saying goodbye to acting due to a medical condition. This was a very shocking story this week. I did not know, and I don't know how many other people in Hollywood knew that Bruce Willis was dealing with a major medical condition, aphasia, as I believe how you say it properly. But basically, the person loses the ability to communicate, and so he is saying, well, his family is saying he will not be back to acting for the foreseeable future, and that sounds like ever.
Yeah.
Actually, indefinitely. So he is done. I don't even know if we will see him in public anymore. That's what I think. That's how like of a situation this is. Serious of a situation.
Pretty wild. Not um people weren't expecting it. And it's funny,
Mm-mm.
Kevin Smith, the director, said some things about working when he did a movie with him and directing a movie with him and Tracy Morgan. And when the movie came out, he was also talking about how hard it was and how difficult it was to work with Bruce Willis. And he took it all back.
Mm.
He apologized for putting out those statements because, again, sometimes everyone's fighting a battle we don't know about. And he
Absolutely.
apologized for that. So Three
All
rough
right,
stories.
let's move on
Yeah, go
to
number
to
one.
number one because we're getting to our 20-minute mark. I want to get us in out so people can get on with their week. I like keeping these things short. These raw rundos need to stay short. All right, number one, Adam. Chris Rock is getting the last laugh. I don't know if you saw this, but his first performance after the Oscars slap, he was in Boston at the Wilbur Theater, and the audience gave him a standing ovation that lasted 5 minutes long.
So nice, so good. So I honestly I from what I read, it sounds like he got a little emotional over it, but I mean that's so good. It's great to see people behind him, and obviously it's a rough time. I understand a lot of people there wanted to see him talk about it, and I thought his answer
Mhm.
was great. You know, there's actually video footage of him when he first gets on stage and says like, "Listen, I'm still kind of taking it all in, you know, and I don't have an opinion yet, but when I do, it'll be." I'll tell you and it'll be serious, but also be funny, So
And
I
I hate to say this, but could this be one of the best things that happened to his career at the end of the day?
don't think he needed some help in his career. The best thing that happened in his
No,
career.
no, no. I just mean press wise. Chris Rock is on literally everyone's mouth right now.
Man, this
And
story.
he looks like the good guy. You know what I'm like not so much in the joke department, but if he would have said the joke and Will didn't smack him and just reprimanded him, Chris would have walked away looking like the asshole because you said a joke. There was a medical condition involved. Whether or not he knew about it, there was a medical condition involved. The slap flipped the tables. Will's putting his hands on Chris now made Chris the victim of the whole situation.
I guess there's so many different variables to this story. There's so many different ways to think about it. There's so much to it. We still don't even know the whole truth behind it. I don't think we'll
Mhm.
ever get the full truth. What was going on through Will, what happened. I think personally, Denzel, after Chris Rock said the joke, my opinion was Denzel kind of whispered in Will's ear and said, "Are you going to let him get away with that?" And that's when he went crazy.
No, Denzel wasn't even sitting next to him.
Can
Shut
you
up.
imagine
Get out
Denzel
of
like,
here.
"Hey, are you going to let him get away with that?" And that's when he ran up. That would be fucking funny shit. Um, but
I
listen,
love it.
I'm just so happy to see that people are, as a comedian, that people are supporting Chris Rock. They're pro
Yeah,
Chris Rock, and I also think he's still handling it well a few days after. He's handling it with
absolutely.
class. He's handling it mature because he doesn't have to, and he could be an asshole, and he could have pressed charges, which as of now he's not. But I'd be
I
curious.
think I think that would turn the people would be like, "Oh, come on."
Yeah, right. He's not pressing charges, but how much money is Will going to send them in a check that's we're not going to hear about?
Yeah, well, good for him.
But
All
also,
right, that's it.
that's it.
Let's get out of here. This is our raw rundown. Go into the weekend feeling like you know everything there is to know about the biggest stories in Hollywood. And if you get a chance, please pop on by, leave us a review on iTunes. It is greatly appreciated. It's the kindest thing you can do. We tend to, during one of our full episodes, we will read out one of the reviews as a thank you to whoever left it, whoever took the time. So please, we will read these out. In the meantime, follow us on social media. We are all over the place, Hollywood Raw. You can find us on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. We have got the biggest stories, the best stories. We are constantly covering everything in Hollywood, trying to keep you guys entertained and also letting you know who we got coming up as guests on the podcast. You can follow my buddy, Adam Glyn, at Adam Glyn. He is popping on TikTok, but he is also popping in my life, sir.
Uh, Dax Holt, DAXHOT. I'll see you guys next time.
Guys, hope you like that video. We got a lot more where that came from.
Hit that bell, like, subscribe, share with a friend. The best thing you do to support us is really doing that. And we really need the money because we need hair gel.